No, fuck you. Oh my god. Okay.
I thought we were gonna go.
Okay. So we're not starting there. That's not. It's not. It's not it.
Just let you.
No
do.
words. Look at the camera whenever I look at the camera.
Okay.
That's what we're doing. I'll give you more direction. I thought we could do it. We couldn't
Dude,
do
well,
it.
because I thought
It's
you
fine.
did that.
No. Well, I'm not. So there you go.
Okay.
This just in. Breaking news. Clive on 42nd Street. We just received word that your mother has a penis.
Has a penis.
We're sorry that you had to find out this way.
And it's bigger than yours. More at 11.
Goddamn. Hello,
Hi.
Josh.
Hello, everybody.
Hi. Thank
Hi.
you.
Glad to be here.
Thank you for going with me on that.
Absolutely. I tried. I was nervous. My palms are sweaty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate you going with me.
Absolutely. I get nervous.
Nervous. I get nervous.
I'm a nervous sweater. Knitted.
Huh?
A nervous knitted sweater.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
A nervous sweater. That's cute.
It's adorable.
I'm gonna get you a nervous sweater.
Yeah.
For Christmas.
I did fuck that opening up. I fucked it up once. Oh my
Still
gosh.
fucking it up.
I'm just fucking everything
Currently.
up. I told you I get nervous and then I can't talk. And then I'm just like, I can't.
You started sounding like Bill Cosby.
Drink the punch. I can't do a Bill Cosby.
I can't do a Bill Cosby either.
I can't do
We're just
it.
embarrassing ourselves.
That's fine. That's
I
what
love
we're
that.
here for. That's what they're here for. That's what Wyatt's here for. Wyatt, embarrass yourself.
Thank you.
Thanks. That's fine.
This table's very moisturized right now, Josh.
Yeah, I know. You're welcome.
Would you like to tell them why?
There's lotion on the table.
Why? Why is there lotion on the table?
Well, because I was helping Cameron get some
helping me.
additional lotion out of an almost empty bottle. Is that a bottle?
That's
Would that be considered a bottle? It's like
Sure.
a pouch. A pouch with a lid.
pouch of lotion.
No.
Like
Pouch
you
of
just,
lid.
like you have like a purse and it's just
It's just a-
lotion
yeah.
on the inside, just
It's
scooping
like,
it out.
hey, can you grab my wallet out of my purse? And it's just cool globs of lotions down at the bottom.
Just in case you need it.
Yeah, you never know when you need
And
lotion.
then you can just rub your fingers along the bottom and you're
Yeah.
good. So I was trying to get lotion out of a container, a vessel of sorts.
You'll see it on our TikTok.
You will,
don't need to
hopefully.
explain it.
No, well, fuck. I'm giving this is a plug for the TikTok, you bitch.
Oh. Watch a safe for work cum shot from me
It was, yeah.
to Cameron.
If you're feeling horny at work, Josh gave me a cum shot on this shirt.
Absolutely.
And there's probably like lotion stains
It's
on
gonna
it.
stain.
Like, it's absolutely got like the white crusties. You probably can't see it in this light, but there are
It's there.
There's a residual film on my shirt.
So and
Follow
actually,
our TikTok
so-
for the beauty.
Speaking of not safe for work, and maybe I shouldn't say this on the pod, but it's fucking hilarious.
Since when has our pod been safe for work?
Well, that's true. But it's just when in terms.
What line could you possibly be about to cross that we haven't already?
I'll cross lines myself, but like I can't. I don't want to incriminate others. with
then
what
say
they
it like it was you doing this thing.
Well, I can't because okay. Regardless, so something happened, and like
This is a great story already. Something happened.
Shut up!
Awesome.
Let me tell the story.
Fucking
You're
get to it.
ruining it.
Get to it. You do this to me all the time. You're like, get to it. I'm bored.
Are
Get
you
to it.
bored?
No, I just want to hear your fucking story.
Yeah,
Tell it.
Cameron has a point here.
You know what? I don't want to tell it anymore. It
Thank
doesn't
you,
matter.
Wyatt.
It doesn't
Wyatt's
matter.
in my corner.
It's not even that funny.
No, you got to
Forget
tell it now.
Nope,
No,
I
you
don't
built
have
it up.
to.
You
I don't
built
have
it
to
up.
at all.
You have to.
I don't have to.
It's for the pod.
It's for the pod.
Yeah.
So one of the other coaches said,
You can, like I said, just say it like it's you.
well, now I've incriminated.
Oh, we'll bleep it out.
I don't want to.
We'll fix it in post.
It ruins the story.
Why?
Because it's funnier.
How's it funny?
Okay, so
Tell it like first person. Like this
So-
is happening to you.
So, I said to I don't know how to do that. I guess or like, what do you mean? I like say it
Like it's happening. Like this story happened to you. Not like someone told you the story.
Ah.
Tell it like you're telling it to me, like it happened to you. Make sense?
So I was talking to somebody and they had like a little like white stain on their shirt, and I asked, "What's on your shirt?" And the person said, "My boyfriend, your daddy." That's literally the story.
That's it.
That's it. It's not as funny now. I told you. I
Yeah,
didn't
no,
wanna
and
tell
you also didn't tell it like
Exactly.
like I wanted you to.
That's what
still.
I'm saying. It ruins
First person. Like that would be like me going like, someone told me the other day that I had something on my shirt, and they asked me what, and I said, my boyfriend, your daddy. That's first person. There you go.
Well, you
There you
didn't
go.
say it first person. You didn't say tell the story from first person. Did you? Did he say that? Oh,
Tell it like first person. Like this
So-
is happening to you.
did he say that?
He definitely did. He said,
Okay.
tell the story
doesn't
like it
fucking
happened
matter.
to you.
It doesn't fucking
Yes, it
matter.
does.
No, it doesn't. It's not
Yes,
a
it
funny
does.
story. You've
It was
ruined the
good.
story.
I liked it.
It's a funny fucking joke. Like, and
Not really.
I thought it was funny.
It's kind of a dad joke, honestly. Like if a gay dad joke, but it's a
My
dad joke.
boyfriend, yo daddy.
Yeah, nonetheless, dad
You gotta
joke.
say it like that. My boyfriend, yo daddy.
Yo daddy,
Yo daddy.
yo daddy.
My
Hey,
boyfriend,
do you
yo
want to know
daddy.
what else sounds like a little bit of a gay joke?
I'm sure there's several that you can pull
Please.
from, but go ahead.
By all means, Wyatt.
Absolutely, Wyatt. The floor is yours.
Cameron, you still have cum on your forearm.
Do I really? Oh, I do.
You do. Yeah, you do. I was
not
gonna say
really-
something. I noticed.
No,
it.
yeah, that is you do actual lotion from
That's
the
leftover.
bullshit.
It's
Yeah,
leftover.
leftover. See, this is why you have to give yourself the full body inspection before you like go into public after you get splooged on.
Yeah. Do you think?
Have you ever done that?
No.
Where
Been
you've like
splooged on?
no, well, yeah, even if it's by yourself, right? Where like
That's one of my biggest
you have
fears.
you have like bodily fluids
It's one of my
somewhere
biggest
somewhere
fears.
on like an exposed part of your body, right? And you you go to work or you go
It's
into
one of my
public and you're
biggest
like, oh,
fears.
fuck.
It's one of my
Yeah,
biggest
yeah.
fears. Like, no, it's not. To my recollection
Yeah,
and what I'm
not
aware
that
of.
you would have ever found out.
Exactly.
And no one's
If-
ever
if-
told you.
Exactly. Either it's happened and nobody told me about it, or it's never happened. But yeah, that's legit one of my like biggest fears.
Yeah.
If I have like
Imagine.
something on my shirt, or like I have a stain or something of some kind,
Even if it's like a mustard stain or something.
it doesn't matter.
I fucking hate that
I
too.
fucking hate that too. Like
Wow.
we both hate that too.
Yeah.
We both hate that too.
Wow. It's crazy. We both hate that too.
Whoa.
Crazy. How do you feel about it? Wyatt? Do you hate that too?
Do you hate that too?
Do you both hate that too?
Oh, yeah. I hate that too.
I think we all hate that too.
We hate that too.
We hate
I,
that too.
I forgot what we're hating, though, but I hate that too.
Stains on your clothes when you go out in public.
Okay, yeah. I was like focusing
You think
on the
I
camera.
zone out in
no,
these
I was
conversations?
I was
I
I was
do.
doing my
I'm the
job.
worst
I was
offender.
doing my job
You were staring blankly.
at the camera, making sure that
Ah, yeah.
the levels were
There's
right.
a viewfinder there.
There is a viewfinder there.
Yeah, bitch.
Uh,
So I do hate that personally.
I do too.
I actually sometimes, even after like eating, I will like full body mirror inspect myself.
I'm very
Especially if
careful
I'm
when
wearing
I
like
eat.
black, right? I will check like the back of my pants just
Yeah.
to make sure that there's no
I-
like
yeah.
like something that I sat in, even if it's like a
Absolutely.
crumb. I hate that shit.
And that's
it's not even like an embarrassment thing. I just hate
me
having
same.
shit on me.
Same.
That's it.
It's literally
That's
and
all
it's
it is.
not even like yeah.
Like I don't give
It-
a shit if I could shit my pants.
And
And
be
the
like,
only
"What up?"
reason that I would be upset about it is because I would have shit on myself. Not because
Exactly.
like, oh, what is everyone gonna think? No, I'm just covered in shit. I
And
don't
then it
want to be
makes your
covered in shit.
assholes like itch. Like, have you ever done that? Like, have you ever gotten itchy asshole?
I mean, yeah.
Why-
Is that it?
Yeah, it's one of the worst things.
Is that it? Wow.
I wanted to talk about
I mean,
it.
it's true. It
But, like,
sucks.
there's
And
not
that's
really
a-
much
that's
to
a,
say.
A universal experience.
You know,
too.
itchy ass. Have you ever had itchy ass?
We know you have.
Comment below.
Clive, we know you have.
Clive. Yeah, more at 11.
Itchy ass, Clive, we know. More at 11. Were you guys milk mustache kids
I don't drink milk.
whenever you were a fucking kid? And it doesn't have to be
I
milk.
never drink milk.
Doesn't have to be milk. Ever?
Yeah, well, okay.
You malnourished fuck.
Do I look malnourished?
Yes.
Do you want me to answer that?
You're a
Yes, I
ginger.
do. Shut
No, just
up.
kidding.
I'm like a quarter ginger.
Just kidding.
I'm like a cute ginger. Like I'm only ginger enough to be like,
You're
oh,
not,
he's a
you're
cute
not
ginger.
a right ginger or an obtuse ginger. You're an acute ginger.
Yeah, obtuse.
Get it?
I'm not an isosceles ginger.
Yeah, there we go. There we
Yeah.
go. Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I got you. Yeah, no, I have one memory of me drinking milk. I drink chocolate milk every once in a while.
Not my
so-
point here. Not my point.
You asked if I've
Dude,
ever drank
okay,
milk.
we'll expand it. No, I didn't. I did not.
You did. You said. You said when you drink milk. I said I don't like. I've never. Drank
That was not
milk.
the root.
And you're like ever, and I said
Yeah, but that was
No.
not the root question.
it doesn't matter. It's a side. Why are you what?
Because that's not my question.
You're harshing my steez, man.
No, what?
You're harsh. Okay, first of
Harshing
all, that's a
my
real
steez.
saying.
Yeah.
Wyatt.
I figured you would know it.
Get
You're
with
like
it.
such an old soul.
You're the steez master.
Yeah.
old soul.
Some
I
would
never,
say you're the bee's steez.
I would. That's good. That's a combination.
That's great. I know.
That's
Is
good.
that
I've
awesome?
never heard that.
That's
Put
a
that
good
on a
one.
shirt.
Don't steal it. Bleep it
Uh,
out.
Is
Beep,
that
on a
new-
shirt.
Jizz.
Jizz.
Yeah, I mean
It's already
there's
there.
Full circle. Back to my root question.
Milk mustache.
Also, Wyatt's not an old soul. He knows some old as fuck saying because his dad was born in like the Great Depression or something, but that does not make him an old soul. I would never describe him that way. He just
how
has
would you
like
describe him? He's just
grandpa humor.
autistic.
No, well, no.
Well, yes.
That's like a season 1/2 joke. We have to move on. You know, got to get some new jokes here.
Okay.
Wyatt's dad was born in
the Great Depression.
Yeah, or like the Roman Empire. One between that. There's a margin of error there. Thank you.
It's
That's
a
callback.
marginal error.
It's a callback.
It's a marginal
Um,
error.
So we're going to expand the question because apparently Josh has no imagination. It's not about milk, okay? Were you the type of kid? This is very important that I know this. Were you the type of kid? This is coming for you next, Wyatt. That whenever you drank something, you would drink it so aggressively, but you would drink with like your top lip, so it would have like a ring of
No.
like whatever you were drinking around
I
it
hate
afterwards.
that.
I was the child. I was the weird child who, if I saw a kid with like a milk mustache, right, or like Kool-Aid was another big one, like any sort of like red dye drink. If I saw a kid that had that after they drank something, I would like never talk to them
Yeah.
again.
Well, see,
honestly,
So here's my thing, and this might be rude, but I definitely agree. I hate that,
no, yeah,
and I feel like
and that is why we get along,
right.
you know, because we were
I think
those
that's a big
kids.
part.
We
yeah,
were
we
those
were those
weird
kids
that
where
were
we're like,
because that's a normal thing. Normal, like kids just
so
do that shit.
Here's the thing that I feel is that kids do that when they're not conscious yet. You know what I'm
I was
saying?
aware from way too young. of an
Same.
age.
I feel like this. I feel same. You know what I mean?
Maybe, yeah.
But like whenever I would see kids do that or like do something similar, like people who ate glue, you know,
just vacant eyes.
just like
There's no
you're like,
thoughts
wow,
happening.
you're not conscious yet.
They're
like,
still
you
running
cannot
on-
form a thought.
They're still running on instinct.
yeah,
They're just like
they're just there eating their
I must
boogers and
survive,
shit. Yeah,
yeah.
they're eating their boogers. I never ate glue. I never
Fuck
did any
no.
of that fucking shit.
Yeah.
You know? And like then I talk to other people and they're like, "Yo, that's pretty normal. The kids do that." And I'm like,
Well, that's why you don't have
Ugh.
a podcast.
"Exactly."
Wyatt, were you a milk mustache kid?
You can be honest with us.
A little bit, like
Oh, it
tiny
makes
milk
sense.
mustache.
I
It
can
makes
see it.
sense. I could see it.
Oh,
too.
trust me, I actually have come to terms with this because this is just how life works, right? But if I had met Wyatt at like a different point in my life, I probably would never have associated with it. Like I would be like, that was a fucking weird kid from like preschool, you know?
But
Like, I'm gonna be
we're the weird
honest.
kids too, man.
Exactly. Oh,
we're weird.
We were weird to everyone else.
yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
To be honest, like if you had, I wouldn't have like blamed you or anything like that. I'd have looked back and been like,
Wyatt,
oh,
I feel
yeah.
like I need to give you a hug right now.
I
No.
honestly am. First of all, I'm just giving you shit, but at the same time, it's common for kids, you know. And
Is it though?
Besides,
I don't think
we-
it. Well, maybe it is. Maybe it's. I guess we're the outliers.
and that's a whole different. bag of
Regardless,
fish.
I don't want to go. That's a big old bag of fish. You reach to the bottom. That's the fish we need.
Yeah.
Wyatt, I have a question for you.
Wait. First, this is not a tangent I want to go off on, but I do want to like kind of bring attention to the point. Isn't it strange that if you meet or would have met a lot of people that are important to you in your
I
life,
knew you were going to say this because we've talked about this before. This was like
if you had
episode
met
3.
someone
at
at a different point, you probably
guys
would
would've
not want anything to do with them.
2 lines that just
Yeah, ships
continues-
in the night.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I think that's
we've talked
crazy.
about this.
Like that's just fun to think about.
It is an
sometimes
interesting
because
thing.
life is crazy and weird like that.
You know, and
but,
that's actually funny because I talked to Levi about that the other day.
yeah.
And like literally the other night, and we were like,
Shout out.
yeah, shout out, Savage MTB. Post some shit.
Follow him. He has more videos out than we do.
No, he doesn't. Oh well, if you're talking, it doesn't matter. So
That's inside baseball.
But we were talking about that, and we were talking about like when we were younger and when we were really like athletes, when we were doing our athletic shit.
Sure.
Because I mean, he's a little older than me, but we were kind of similar time frame, and he was a dick.
Yeah.
Well, I was
Like
a dick
I
too.
I've heard tale. Oh,
Yeah, but
so
I was.
was
I was. I know, but
in different ways. But
I know,
yes.
but I was a dick too, and we were talking about that, and I was telling him some stories about like some of the shit I did as a coach and some of the shit that I would do, and he was like, "Wow, I don't think I would have liked you."
Probably not.
And then he told me some stories, and I was like, "You probably would have absolutely loved me, even back then." And I was like,
Interesting.
"Well, because like, I mean, our relationship would have been completely like the dynamic would have been completely different." But I was like, back in that time. Or I feel like whenever you're a younger, especially male, in an athletic field, and whenever you're really good at it, because he was really good as a wrestler, I'm pretty damn good as a gymnast and all of that.
Sure.
We would have either become best friends
or hated each
or
other.
absolutely fucking abhorred each other.
Yeah.
You know?
It's
And
just
that's what I
kind of
told
like
him.
that testosterone-filled
Yeah.
competitive environment.
Exactly.
Even if you're not direct
And
competitors.
you either strive on that or you just absolutely don't want anything to do with the person.
it could have been like a Vegeta Goku situation,
Exactly.
you know?
Started out as like enemies and then became best friends,
Exactly.
whatever.
But like you still got a rivalry. It doesn't
Exactly.
matter. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I get
Anyway.
it. Okay, what were you going to ask Wyatt?
Wyatt. So I don't think I've talked about this on the pod. I don't think I've brought it up.
We'll find
It was
out.
a question that I was going to ask him. So there've been some debate on people that I've spoken to who know you, and it is in regards to your beliefs and the way that you act on those beliefs.
Oh no, we haven't talked
brought
about this yet.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm going.
I do.
Are you a virgin?
Really, just calling him out too.
And I'm not. No, and that's not a negative thing.
No.
Like by all means, like because again, depending on beliefs. But the reason why I asked this is because like, and this was a few weeks
It's
ago.
not a bad thing, even if you don't have a reason.
Yeah,
to do
exactly.
it.
Like whatever.
Dude,
do
you
your
don't-
thing. Yeah,
listen.
you know, I don't want to go on this tangent. It doesn't matter.
Listen, right
do your
here.
thing. Do your thing.
Do your thing.
Or don't do your thing. You know, because you
Don't
can't
do
get
it.
no bitches.
Yeah, or you'll go to hell.
Yeah. Which is why some people don't do it.
Yeah.
You know. Anyway. So anyway, I've been meaning to bring this up for weeks now.
Yes.
Like with literal weeks, probably over a month.
This was something that we wanted to bring up.
On like season 2, I think.
No, the premiere of season 3.
Oh,
So
you're
it's
right.
been a few weeks of recording.
Yeah, okay.
yeah,
that's,
because you were like, I'm gonna call Wyatt out,
that's right. I do remember
and
that.
then you didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
See,
So
Wyatt remembers.
Wyatt remembers.
Well, because it's been eating away at me. I'm like, he's gonna call me out. It's gonna be something bad.
Wow, he's had anxiety.
No way. I don't give you anxiety, do I, Wyatt?
You do. You do.
What? Apparently, I give a lot of
You
people
know.
anxiety.
You know. Back to that whole
We're,
thing about like.
We're quite anxiety-inducing people.
Apparently,
I would
but
say.
what?
Yeah. No, back to that whole thing, like, the whole compliment thing.
Yeah.
Like, if someone says I need to talk with you, it's like always instantly in my brain,
Bad.
like bad.
Yeah.
I think that's natural.
Well, I
though.
guess, and I do that to a lot of people. I'm like, hey, I need to have a conversation with you, and it could
Dick.
be, it could just, and I don't do it
Yeah.
on purpose. I'm
no,
just like, hey, I
no,
need
he
to have
does
a
it at
conversation.
work a
do
lot,
that.
where he's like, I need you in the back office, and everyone's like, oh
Uh-oh.
shoot, what did I do? And then he's like, hey, I heard you did this or that, and we were like,
that's it.
the fudge, bro. Why didn't you say like
Yeah.
hey,
It's just a
whenever you
conversation.
get free?
See what's with the negative like annotations, connotations,
Connotations.
connotations with have a conversation.
Why do you have to be vague?
Exactly.
Just be more direct immediately.
What am I gonna say? Like, hey, I want to have a conversation about X,
No,
Y, Z.
just have the conversation.
well, because
or-
sometimes I want it to
or-
be in private, or on
or
a
like-
or some places are not
There
work
are
appropriate.
gentler ways to do
Yeah.
that though. You don't have to say I want to have a conversation with you.
It's like, hey, let's go have a conversation real quick.
Yeah, that's
A lot of
very
people take that
direct.
negative
and, yeah,
way.
Would you take
exactly.
it negatively?
Even if I didn't say it, my brain would probably immediately start going to the worst possible outcome. Yeah.
Huh? Interesting.
Yeah. There you go.
My brain
You're
doesn't
learning.
work that way.
It's just a psychological thing, right? Where if you don't work like that, it's hard to,
understand other people who do.
and not even understand, but it's just hard to change that behavior and
'Cause
accommodate for other people because
yeah.
you're like, why the fuck would I change it?
Yeah,
And
because
I'm guilty of that too.
yeah.
And that's
We
why,
all are.
That's why I don't give a fuck
Right.
how you preface things, because who cares?
Exactly.
And also, you don't have to accommodate other people.
Thank you.
right? Yeah.
So-
but it does definitely induce anxiety a
Okay,
lot.
maybe.
There you
So,
go.
Anyway.
'Kay.
So
What's your PP status, Wyatt?
before you answer, I was having a conversation with somebody who knows you very well. And
Who's your mom?
and anyway, we were talking, and it was actually in the Discord. We were talking in the Discord.
We were talking to your mom in Discord.
Yeah. And she has a penis.
No.
It's bigger
it
than
bigger
yours.
than
No,
mine?
different person. You're mixing up headlines again.
Ah.
It's okay.
She doesn't have a penis, which is a good thing.
Not that we know of, anyway.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
The jury's still out on penis having. 50-50.
So,
We haven't seen it.
all right, shut up. So we were talking in the Discord. Actually, it was a group of us, and we were talking about you. And like somehow, the conversation topic got on. That is the thirstiest motherfucker that I have ever met. And
I'm
it
actually
was
going to say, I disagree.
like,
Just
name-
so you know.
I don't know
Yeah,
anybody
beca-
you know
because
that you
Ca-
met that's
Cameron
thirstier.
walks around, he's thirstier.
But I don't know. Yes and
It's-
no. We're all
it's
thirsty
different.
motherfuckers, but
it's different.
it is
Wyatt.
different. You're very forthcoming with your thirst, and I think that's what it is.
Also, you do behave the most like what I would consider like a stereotypical frat guy to behave like sometimes. Or maybe not even frat guy, but like a high school dude.
It doesn't
But
matter.
you know,
Okay.
wait.
Yes.
You know what's great about this?
Yes.
If you really had asked, like when you had originally said you were gonna call me out,
He would have said no, but now.
no. It's still a no. But the
okay, yeah.
we were talking about this Friday at work, and like the comment was said, they're like, Wyatt, you're so thirsty. That's how I know you're a virgin.
Well,
Wow.
Ow.
and then the people I was talking to, some of them were like, "You're so thirsty that there's no way you can be a virgin."
And I don't think that.
I don't think so either.
That doesn't compute to me.
It doesn't compute to me either. And I was like, and that's literally what I said. I was like, no, dude, like he's so fucking pent up and he's so horny. He's got so much cum built up.
Young, dumb, full of cum. as we say.
Exactly. That
We'll
he just yeah.
Okay,
There's
so
no way.
I'm going to say right now, I heard this conversation. I was briefed on this, right? First of all, I don't consider what you do thirsty, okay? For anyone that
You're very flirtatious.
doesn't know, Wyatt is, he'll always jokingly flirt, and he will also, he's the type of dude. This is why I say it reminds me of like a high school dude, frat dude, because he will, if you like so much as like bump into him in the hallway or something, he'll moan, right? It's one of those things where I'm
I
like,
got you. I'm like,
Yeah, and he's so good at it. He's so that's it.
Every time.
Oni-chan,
Every
or,
time.
like everything. It's
okay,
so
that's
good.
that's enough.
That's enough of that.
That's enough. We don't want to make everyone too
Horny.
moist. Okay, but there's a
hate
point
that
that I'm
word.
making here, right? I don't think that equates to thirstiness, because there are certain dudes, right, virgin or not, that are just rampantly horny, right? But whenever I think of thirsty, I think of like the whole like, well, no, it's like, what would you do if I was there, kind
my
of dude,
gosh.
right? Or like,
What
or
would
like,
you do if
oh my God.
if I couldn't say no to you?
Yeah.
For
Oh my
24
God. Like you're
hours?
showering without me. Like
Without
that's
me?
yeah. That's
Without me?
that's what I think of, right? Or like what's another
Without
one?
me?
Yeah. Yeah. Showering without me.
It's
Oh my
like, oh, you're
God.
going shopping. Can I go?
That was good. I like that. Yeah. No, I think of like the fuck boy, right? Like the
Is that fuck boy? Is that the
no,
is
that well, no, not what you did. I don't know what the fuck that was. I liked it, but I don't know what it was. But that's what I think of, right? Like the whole like you're showering without me, ha ha ha. Just kidding.
Oh, wish I was there.
OMG,
blah, blah, blah.
unless, right?
Unless,
Like
you
that's
know,
where that comes
like,
from.
Yeah.
So I think of that as like thirsty. What you do,
That's
I
fair.
just think of like total jokes, right?
Which
and,
it
like,
is, but I
also,
will also tell you that there have been a couple people that were like, Wyatt needs to chill with that shit.
well, you know what? He doesn't have to accommodate other people.
Which is fair. And
Yeah.
only one person has told me. I'll tell you after the pod because
Oh,
I'll
boy.
keep him off the I'll keep him off the record.
It was Sunshine, probably.
No,
My friend's like, I fucking hate when Wyatt does it.
she's like, I
see,
can't
like,
stand it.
Like Sunshine looked me in the eye and told me that.
Yeah, see.
Oh, yeah, we'll see.
They've already had that conversation.
And
Okay.
he still does it.
Yeah.
Total disregard.
So
Well, I have regard. I'm like, if it ever makes you uncomfortable, tell me, and I will like.
And she's like,
make
please stop.
And
It
I'll do
makes
it-
me
I'll
she
do it
always,
uncomfortable.
she always
later.
like, she's always like, yeah, okay. But she's never told me straight up. And Sunshine, I know you're probably listening to this. Tell me straight up, because I don't take hints.
it's
He's
true. You
autistic.
have to be direct with me and Wyatt for different reasons, but neither here nor there. But anyway, the only thing that normal people would consider thirsty that you do is like your large-breasted women drawing.
I
right?
don't even.
But
see, and that's where
I-
I'm on
but
the
I
opposite.
don't think it
spectrum.
is. Right?
Okay, because I don't think it is. I don't think it is
I think
either.
that normal people think that like drawing, which let's fucking get rid of that idea that drawing beautiful nude people, large-breasted women, Rouge the
Curvy.
Bat.
Yeah, I want Rouge
Nope.
the Bat with
Nope,
tits
nope,
as
that's-
wide as she is tall.
Cool.
I'm
Anyway.
still waiting on that.
For that.
I'm
Dick.
waiting on that for you.
Nope.
I'm waiting for that on you.
Yes. That's the only thing that I can see people saying is like kind of like, oh well, why
How
did
many
you do
people?
that? Right?
How many people know you do that? I mean, everybody who listens to this now, but
Yeah.
like, how many people in your personal life that you know in person know that you draw some etchy shit?
Quite a few,
Yeah.
honestly.
Okay,
Yeah,
is
it's-
that
it's
like a big
decent
topic?
number. Yeah, he's like, guys,
He's
check
like,
out my
yo,
new
check it-
drawing.
Check out this Rouge the Bat.
It's
Her
of the
tits are as
Kool-Aid man
wide
with
as she is
Kool-Aid
tall.
It's of the Kool-Aid man with Kool-Aid coming out of his tits.
Tits.
But anyway, I don't think that that's even particularly horny.
I don't think so
I think
either.
it's pretty tight. I
Like
I
the
don't think
girls I draw.
What?
Well, sure, yeah. But that's the only thing that I can even think of that people would perceive. But I don't think it makes sense because you already said someone made the point that he is so thirsty that he can't be a virgin. How does that make sense?
Well,
Those
because
are two like conflicting statements.
and see, I disagree because I do get the point of it's like oh you tried punani once and you're like
Punani.
oh you love the punani
Sure,
and you're like
you're all about it.
oh my gosh I need more, like you're addicted to it, you know what I mean?
I guess.
I think that's
Like,
the,
it
that's
makes-
that's
it-
the only thing that makes sense to me.
Like I get the line of reasoning,
Right.
But I couldn't see it. I think that my experience with having sex, right? First time I did it, I was like, that's dope, right? Super cool, awesome experience. Would do it again.
It's a fantastic time.
But it's not what you build up in
well,
your mind.
it can be.
It's not
well,
what you
it
build up in
depend-
your mind.
well, it also depends because like if you're basing sex off of like pornography and stuff like that, absolutely.
no,
it's
I'm not
fine.
even going that far.
What are
right?
you? What are you?
I'm saying your imagination can take you wherever the fuck you want to go, right? Especially, like in Wyatt's case, whenever you come from a religious background, you can build it up to be like the most amazing thing, that forbidden fruit, right?
Wyatt.
And nope, he's gone.
Fuck. Why? Every
Uh,
time.
I
How
know
does
the
he do
lights-
that?
The light is blocking part of Josh's vision, so he can't tell whenever Wyatt's gone.
Dude, and then I like go to talk to him and he's
no,
just
he's
gone.
gone again. Yeah. But
Gosh.
whenever you come from like a religious background, it can be built up in your head, right? So you're like, I have no clue what to expect. What the fuck? And then whenever you get in there, you're like, that was awesome, but
It's not like
it's just cool. Like that's it. And that
you
was,
might be doing it wrong.
that was my experience. No, dude, I've had some
freaky deaky.
body rattling sex. Let me tell you.
So, tell
with
me about
Wyatt.
it. I want.
No,
I'm jealous. This is why you guys
every single episode.
gang up
now.
against me.
But no, I've had some.
I want
I've had
details.
Some very very
Give me
good
some
sex.
deets.
Yeah, off pod or Patreon episode. But I've had some good sex. I could go my entire life without it.
But
But also, I just have that
I
kind
can't,
of
bro.
personality.
I absolutely can't. I like me some punani.
before Wyatt gets back, right? I'll kind of derail us a tiny bit. So we'll wait. We're waiting. Don't look at me like that.
You're just okay. That we're waiting.
Okay, derailing.
We're waiting.
I have learned that I have whatever the opposite of like an addictive personality is. Like to where
You try something once, except for your movies.
No, let me tell you, because I've thought about this, right? I kind of apply it to every aspect of my life, where I have been able to successfully cold turkey everything that I have ever been even mildly addicted to. And that includes like social media, but not just like, oh, I'm going to delete this app off my phone, right? But like in high school, I deleted my accounts. So just even basic things like that, but then up to like nicotine, right? Alcohol. I was never I like alcohol, but like
I
I've
like
never been,
alcohol,
I've never
too.
been a habitual drinker, but just things like
I
that.
have been.
Right? I've
Yeah, I
been
used to
able
be.
to successfully cut things out of my life completely,
Well, see-
including
Vagina.
coming in general for a very long time.
Wow.
Just
Like
just
how
to
long?
prove-
What's the longest you've gone?
over a month.
Oh,
Like,
that's-
longer than No Nut November. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
And
Like that's not that hard.
that's not that long. But I didn't keep track because I just stopped keeping track.
I understand. I
Does
get what
that
you're
make
saying,
sense?
and I can
And-
like I've done that
and
too.
It doesn't sound that impressive, right? But then I also happen to do a lot of these things in conjunction with one another,
So
which
it's
means
like-
that it was like compounding. So and that's like,
See-
but the thing is, I don't consider it like a test of willpower like some people do, because it's just whatever my
whatever you want.
proclivities are in my brain.
Sure, and
So
and
I just
see,
don't give a fuck.
I'm a big thing on the willpower. Like it definitely takes willpower to cut that stuff out and do that. Because like again,
for
like,
most people.
you mentioned social media, and that's just a dopamine hit. Like that's just a quick dopamine hit. Same with like nicotine, right?
Yeah.
It's a quick serotonin dopamine hit. You know,
Yes.
and to be able to go without that and find other avenues that might be harder and take more time that you have to like do to get that. It's definitely a test of willpower. And I don't have, I would like to say that I don't have an addictive personality either, because I've quit nicotine cold turkey. Like I used to smoke cigarettes when I was younger, quit it. Alcohol, I've quit multiple times, and I recently quit again. I don't know when the last time. I mean, to be fair, I traveled to Phoenix. I hung out with a couple of my best friends,
Oh, you're
other
just
best friends.
holding yourself accountable right now.
Yeah, and I did have a couple drinks, but it's whatever. I
It
didn't
is.
come home and be like, oh, I need to go buy me a handle or something.
And the reason that we do these things too is shockingly just for ourselves, right? We don't really have anything to prove, so
Yeah.
it's like what the fuck? Like that's
It's
why
whatever.
That's why I vape
Well,
currently.
and I was
right?
gonna
that's
say-
that's why I allow myself to indulge now.
Sure.
But whenever I've cut these things out in the past, it was literally just to prove to myself that I could.
and see,
Well,
and I get that.
Like
So that
my
is
longest,
a willpower thing.
And my longest stints are like the periods of time that people say it takes to fully leave your body, whatever the fuck. Like with nicotine,
it's like
it
a
was
full
like
month.
6 months. I think
Is it
was
actually
my
6
longest.
months?
Well, I think people say 3.
Okay,
It
I
is
don't
like the
know.
longest. But like I've gone like half-year periods without these things, right?
Right.
And it wasn't because I felt the need to. It was just because I
See,
felt like doing it.
I quit smoking, or I quit drinking alcohol, just because I wanted to be healthier. That was it. I wanted
And
to
it's
lose. I
fair.
want to lose weight, and I want to look better. Like that's the only reason.
Yeah.
Because I really do enjoy alcohol. I enjoy drinking. I don't enjoy getting sloshed, sloshed. I don't enjoy getting sloshed.
I do.
I enjoy getting tipsy. I do not like getting super drunk.
That room better be spinning.
I hate that. Like that shit.
You
Whenever
would. That makes sense.
Yeah,
though.
whenever you lay down and you're like, I feel like
love that.
I hate that, dude. I fucking
And that's why
hate that.
every day I am so glad I don't have an addictive personality,
yeah.
because I say shit like that, and I know enough about myself where I'm like, oh
Yeah.
no, I like some of the extremes in certain things, and if I did have proclivities more towards like just consuming more and more,
Yeah.
I could see it being.
So what's the
harmful.
longest you've gone without punani?
Punani?
Punani.
I don't know, because I had sex for the first time whenever I was like 13.
yeah.
So,
An early bloomer.
well, there are just stints in there where you're not like
You're a child,
you're not,
right?
yeah,
You're still a
you're
child.
Basically,
You're not looking.
so
I'm talking about in your adult life.
okay. I was about to say there have been year-long
Because
stints
we don't need
right?
it. We're not going to trauma bond here on the pod, and
So
we're not going to talk about this.
What do you mean trauma?
I feel like losing your virginity at like 13 is like not exactly a great experience.
Yeah, for fucking well-adjusted people, maybe. I had a
can't
great
be
time.
You can't be well adjusted at 13.
That's what I'm saying. No,
You
I'm saying
guys-
like whenever fucking.
It doesn't
you guys-
matter.
Doesn't matter.
Wait,
I
wait,
I had a
matter.
great time.
That's great.
You
As
guys,
long-
you guys were legit earlier talking about being the different kid, and then Josh is just like, "Oh well, Cameron, you can't be that different."
Yeah, fuck you.
It's different.
Yeah, you're right.
Anyway.
It is.
Okay. Anyway.
I had a great time.
in your adult life.
I
in
look,
your adult
I
life.
look back on those memories quite fondly. Just kidding. That was a joke. For anyone that doesn't get jokes. Anyway, in my adult life,
Yeah. What's the longest you've gone?
24 hours, baby. Yeah.
And I'm not about to make it another 2.
Yeah.
So we need to wrap this up.
Yeah, let's get out of here real quick. I got some shit to do. I think I don't know. I've had like long distance girlfriends, but even that
Right.
wasn't
Like
very
if you,
long.
it doesn't have to be exact, but if you
Okay, I'm
like
thinking.
a time frame,
I'm like actually thinking about
because
this.
I have an answer, and I know, and I doubt yours is going to be longer than mine. But with how much I love vagina and I love women, okay, I do. I love my wife. Okay, first
My
of all.
wife.
But I love vagina and I love sex.
Hell
I do.
yeah.
I'm prefacing that now. But how long have you if just throw a number out there, the first one that feels right.
Okay, conservatively, right? Like on the low end, like 3 to 6 months.
Damn, I've gone well over a year. Well over a year.
It's pretty impressive. And
It's not. It sucks.
if I, you're like, "Ugh."
It sucks. It's not great. But yeah.
I think it may be slightly longer. Like I said, that's on the
Sure.
conservative end. But I know that it hasn't been longer than a year.
Well, and that's the thing is it comes to a self-control thing because
yeah, I mean, sure.
right, cuz even me, I'm not a particularly addictive, but that being said, if I had to choose one vice, I've said this multiple times on the pod
Sex.
before. It's sex, it's women, man, can I appreciate
Women and man.
No, just a woman. But if there's one thing that I can appreciate and that I'm just I'm about, it is definitely the female body. And
Sure.
I'm all about that shit. But even with that, that would be my biggest vice. I can say no to it and I can turn away from it. You know what I mean? If I want to. And that's the thing. Because again, right, there were times where there were opportunities and nothing happened. You know what I
Sure.
mean? And I was able to look away and do
Why does
that.
Wyatt have his head in his hands right now?
I think he's tired. I think he's about to pass
Aw,
out again like
Wyatt.
the last time.
Don't faint. Okay, Wyatt.
What's your favorite way to jerk off?
So Wyatt's a virgin.
Yeah,
Upside
Wyatt's
down.
a virgin.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
nice. He's I call it the Count Nutula? You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know where you were going with that.
I was trying to think of something
Uh,
real quick. I didn't want to have too much to there.
Count Nutula.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
you
mean,
got to be quick, otherwise you get in your face.
well, Cock Dracula.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Uh,
You gotta launch that shit far if you don't want it in your face. All I'm saying.
how far you think you could shoot a cum shot? How far?
Why are you shrugging?
footage.
You never measured?
You've never tried?
Even if it's just eyeballing it, you're like, oh, that's about 6 feet. You never done that. You haven't
never-
had
you
you
never
haven't had
tried?
the tallest person lay down
Yeah.
for you.
You're just hey, let me yeah, let me see if I can clear you. I think I
Wyatt,
can.
Wyatt, hold up. I need you
Wyatt,
for a second.
Wyatt, come here, lay down.
Wyatt's how tall are you, Wyatt? 6'2"?
6 even.
6 foot
6
even.
foot. So
Okay,
6
so
foot.
I'm like, Wyatt.
I could
Wyatt.
clear 6
Oh,
foot.
dude, absolutely.
I could clear 6 foot.
With
feel
dude, give me a week to prep.
Dude, absolutely,
It's there.
bro. Oh, 100%.
No problem. If it's after a week of going at it, I've been
Might be,
I've been
yeah.
jerking it.
Right, every single day. You haven't had any time. Because from what I've heard, it takes 2 days for your semen to
Regenerate.
regenerate to the full amount.
That makes sense. Yeah, dude. There are some times where I've had ricochets.
Bro, I was just gonna say, it's it hits the wall and it absolutely,
Yes! Dude. There have
Yeah.
been times
Yeah.
where I have nutted, right. Usually, this is in an intimate act with a woman, right?
Right.
Because if I'm by myself, I'm grabbing the sock, straight up
I've never came
grabbing
in a
the cum
sock.
sock. Oh, dude.
Okay, maybe
The
once.
amount of socks
I've
that
never came
have
in a
my
sock.
DNA on them.
Nah.
I'm glad the socks can't get pregnant. That's all I'm saying.
That's crazy.
but
I've never came in a sock.
okay, so
I've never came in a sock.
usually whenever you're with a woman and you either don't have a condom, take condom off to fully climax,
Right. To yeah.
then that's these scenarios, right? But
Pull
I
out.
have been angled in such a way where the corner of the room is kind of directly in front of me, right? So I'm facing the
Fucking-
corner, and then no. So I've had it ting off one wall and then shoot onto the other wall. It's been awesome.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And then they're
just the viscosity of that of the cum
Oh,
to be able
dude.
to bounce.
the it's pretty good. I will say every now and then, after something like that, I'm
You're whoa,
I'm not
that's
even
hilarious.
there's no afterglow of sex with the woman.
You're like,
I'm
did you see that? Did you see that?
That's fucking
Whoa,
crazy.
That was
I
awesome.
wish I got that on video.
Whoa, damn it! Why didn't you let me
Were
record?
you filming that?
Did we get that angle?
That is 100%.
That's fucking hilarious.
It,
No, I've
that-
never.
Those
I've,
have been scenarios.
yeah, I
that
don't
have
think
been-
I've ever had it
been
a
good.
corner ricochet, but
Dude,
that's funny.
yeah.
I've had it like hit a wall and come off and
Come
whatnot.
back. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've definitely
fucking
had that
hilarious.
happen too, or like off a headboard or something.
yeah. So
Yeah.
how about you, Wyatt? How far, like footage wise? Tell me when to stop.
Tell me when to stop. Here,
tell
I'll
me
help
when.
you. I'll help you.
Yeah,
Here.
yeah, okay,
Take this,
see.
take this hand.
Keep going. You think you could do this whole table?
Oh my God, you
This
can
whole
clear it?
table?
We'll put it to the test after this.
Yeah.
Can you
we'll find
clear
out.
like this length?
Patreon?
The long.
Yeah. See, that's what I was gonna say.
the
I feel
long
like
ways?
this would be pretty easy to clear.
This is
the
a
whole
good
table.
measuring tape.
Yeah, I
for
feel
it.
like this would be pretty easy.
We'll whenever we come back to record next week, we'll have little
Like,
etchings. It'll be
yes.
like Cameron,
Josh,
Wyatt.
He's just like way over
Guys
here.
got to stick mine on the wall.
Oh, I love that. Yeah,
That's funny.
we do it from that
yeah,
side
so
of the
that
table,
they
and
can
then we have
yeah.
like the Wyatt mark right here.
Exactly.
That'd be so good. I'm into that.
I'm into it too.
Yeah, that'd be so funny. We do it one at a time, just so we can get a fair shake. Fair shake. Giggity, giggity, giggity,
Don't say
giggity,
that.
giggity.
I don't.
I
I'm
never
not about
watched
it.
Family Guy.
Wow.
Yeah,
Good for you.
So I was. I don't
It's-
get the joke.
it's
I
all
think
right.
that's
It's
what he
whatever.
says whenever he says something dirty.
Yeah. Whenever he says something, he's like giggity, giggity.
See, yeah.
He's
Never
like,
watched Family Guy.
yeah.
I think I got the context.
It's not that great.
but
It's okay. It's fine. It's whatever.
the longest amounts of Family Guy I've watched are like the joke TikTok clips with Family Guy playing like on the top.
Oh
Something like
yeah.
that. But regardless, we do it all at once, or not all at once, individually, so we can all go from the same distance.
But
right?
what if we
because
did
this
do it
table's
all at
curved.
once
The
and it was
table-
like a firing squad?
well, that's the sex move right there. Is there a sex move? There has to be.
There
a sex
has to
move
be. Google
called
that.
the firing squad.
Google firing
It's
squad.
like a bukkake, but from like 6 feet away.
Yeah. Do Urban Dictionary firing squad.
That's fucking funny.
If,
that's
not, there
a
has
thing,
to be a thing. We have to make that a thing.
the firing squad.
The firing
That's
squad.
so good. How can
You're
that
like-
not be a
You're
thing?
like, hey, babe, you want to come over and see the firing squad? Ding. That was
how
it,
many
sending.
how many people are normally in a firing squad? I'll look that up.
I think like 3 to 5.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, wait,
firing
hold
squad.
on.
When you marry 17 men and consummate the marriage with all 17 of them, you stand near
Oh,
a
this is
wall
more. This
and
is even more
bend
graphic.
over with a gaping anus exposed. It's gaping because you've had a deep anal muscle massage. And the 17 men form a line, and they proceed to run up to your anus and take a single thrust, one by one, until you have come to a successful completion.
Nope.
Nah,
Not a good firing squad.
nah, that's not good.
Urban. Okay,
that's
but
crazy.
Urban Dictionary sucks though.
that's
because
crazy.
their
There's
whole
no way
thing-
people do that.
No. Urban Dictionary. You can say whatever on Urban Dictionary. Like we can have definitions on there, and it can be like the coolest guys. That's not true. But first of all, that's a lame definition. A firing squad is whenever everyone is lined up in
and
a
you
line,
and you got to fire
and you all fire.
ejaculate at the same
Yeah.
time.
Wait, I just love their how do you put it? The sentence. They're like, oh golly, gosh.
What do you mean?
For the
Oh,
example.
Oh golly,
example?
gosh, my hole is sore. Why is that, Dan? I just got shot over 100 times by the firing squad.
Yeah,
Talk
great,
about a
like, who
marathon.
talks
great
like that?
example. Yeah, great example sentence. Can you use it in a sentence, please?
Oh gosh,
Oh,
golly.
golly gosh.
My hole is sore from a firing squad.
That's dumb. Urban Dictionary, you're dumb. 5 or more soldiers are in a firing squad.
Oh, 5 or more.
Yeah,
so
so
we'd
there
have
you
to
go.
find 2 other people.
Hey, girl,
Yo.
you want to come over for the firing squad later? We'll fucking execute your ass. That's pretty good. I like that. I like our definition.
I like our definition
Wyatt,
better.
edit
Can
that
you edit
page.
that? Yeah,
that
edit
page.
it and put that in.
Ours is better. Whenever 5 or
Ours is
more
what-
men line up in a row.
And they jerk off until they wait.
Oh, and they have to be like bound. They
Oh,
have to
there's
be like.
multiple. There's multiple.
Oh well, those are. None of these are good. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, see right there. The
Okay, that's
instant the
better.
female stands back against the wall, hands by her side, while the male proceeds to stand across from her at least 10 feet.
It has to be 10 feet, but that implies one guy.
Right.
So
you need to have
shitty
multiple.
as well. These are all bad.
Yeah, I agree.
Doesn't matter. Wyatt, stop scrolling. It's
Yeah,
all shit.
It does. Yeah.
Fucking
it's not
burn the
good.
whole thing.
Ours is better.
Shit.
Ours is better.
Yeah.
We're
ours
gonna
is better.
buy Urban Dictionary. Can you do that?
I don't know. I'm sure you can. I mean, yes.
You can
but,
probably buy like the domain.
Well, no,
Yeah.
but also yes.
yeah,
It's in use, so we'd have to find out who owns it.
and then buy it from them.
yes,
Okay.
but it sucks, and I hate it.
And we just buy it just to take it down.
Just have firing squad. That's the only
And that's
definition.
the only thing on there. Yeah.
I like that. Wow, you like that?
Jinx,
you
I
like that too?
I like that too.
You
Wyatt,
like that
how do you
too?
feel
How
about
do you feel
that?
about that, Wyatt? Okay, never mind.
Well, I
Forget
was
it.
trying to
Don't
find
worry about
out
it.
if Urban Dictionary was like Wikipedia, where there's a place where you can actually add your own definition.
I would like if there was like a whole sources
yeah,
like
that'd be
page
great.
on
That'd be
Urban
great.
Down at
Dictionary.
the bottom.
Like,
yeah.
what's your fucking source for this definition?
Like, bitch.
And then we just
last
source
weekend,
ourselves.
Love that. Oh my god, last weekend I
Oh
got
my
a firing
gosh,
squad.
last week I
I had a bunch of guys on a firing squad.
got
man.
a fire squad.
Could you imagine? I feel like that is
Oh my gosh, firing squad.
no, that's absolutely
God,
like an
God.
overheard in a club in LA
Oh my
conversation.
gosh.
It's like, oh my god, I just had a bunch of dudes run a firing squad on me in the bathroom.
Oh my gosh,
Covered
bro.
in cum. Oh
Wow.
my god, it's crazy.
Couldn't
This
even
is a
cover-
fucking Versace dress.
covered in cum.
I'm covered in, I got
Cum.
covered in jazz.
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 Yeah.
What's the most common reference to cum you think for women? What do they?
What do you mean, cum?
Yeah,
Like,
if
how do
they're
they
talking
refer to
about
it?
it and they're like, yeah, how do
Definitely cum.
You think? Yeah, probably. Like that's the probably
normal.
most like why
Well, what else would they call it besides like jizz?
jizz.
Yeah.
Baby batter.
Ugh. No one actually says that.
Like
Like in the heat of the moment, no one's gonna say baby batter.
semen.
Are they all doctors? Women in STEM?
Talk about an unsexy way to say that. Like imagine,
Semen?
imagine you're in the act and they're like,
Absolutely
"Oh, I
not.
want your semen.
Cum's not hot to begin with, but then if you say
Semen. I want your semen.
I want your
Give me your
semen.
semen.
No, bitch.
It's not great.
I'm sucking that shit back into my body. I'm reverse coming. It's gonna slurp inside of me.
I need water.
Get some water.
I'm doing it.
You should. So Wyatt says he can jerk off. He can clear this table. His favorite way to jerk off is upside down. We combine the two, where he jerks off upside down and sees how far he can clear over the table. It would probably be
go
about the same
farther.
distance.
No, I think it'd be
no.
go. Yeah, I
No.
think it'd go farther.
Well, it depends on the angle of his cack.
cack.
Because if it's angled to where it curves upwards whenever he's standing up, then it's
Which
just
way does it
going
lean,
right on the
Wyatt?
table. Yeah,
Which
how do you
way does
lean?
it hang?
He
Oh,
go,
it
it
hangs
goes
up.
straight up.
It hangs up. It's
Nice.
got a little curve.
Got a whoop.
Little curve.
How about you? How do you curve?
It's pretty straight.
Mine too.
Oh
It- It's funny. Yeah,
We're gonna have
like,
to compare dicks after this.
That's neither here nor there. We have to do the weekly cock inspection.
cock inspection.
Yeah, we get like back in the day, like 3 years ago, whenever COVID was like really in full swing and everyone tested like before they even came into work in larger areas, right? We just do cock inspections
Yeah,
every
absolutely.
single time before we go into the
Well,
office.
how often do you guys manscape down there? Sculpture
Depends, actually.
on what?
How I
The
feel.
likelihood of how you of you having sex? Or what?
No, not necessarily.
How about you, Wyatt? Do you ever
You ever trim the hedges?
trim the hedges?
Nope.
You're all natural.
Yeah, there's no need.
Natural.
Is there something against that in your beliefs? Are you
Nope.
allowed to trim down there?
Thou
Yeah,
shalt.
totally
And
allowed.
whenever Pope Francis III said, "Thou shalt not shaveth thy pubes,
Shaveth
thine."
bush. Thou shalt not shaveth thy bush.
I think thine. Thine bush.
Therein bush. You plan on when you get married? You plan on doing some
grooming?
some grooming before you consummate?
Were you just going in however you were that day?
It's like he's like I didn't know I was supposed to.
Yeah, honestly, if like that day I walk in and she's just like, "Ew," then I'm gonna like, okay,
Oh, you don't
I'll
want
be
to
back
wait
in
for
10
that.
minutes.
Don't wait.
Don't
for
wait for the
that.
you.
Yeah, you don't wait for the you, especially in
Because then
that.
whenever you
But-
get back in
but what
10
if-
minutes,
it's gone.
yeah,
Vibe's gone.
the
Fair
vibe
enough.
is off.
Vibes are different. Are you hairy down there? Do you have a lot of like? Cause me, I'm hairy as fuck,
Yes,
dude.
you're a
Like,
hairy
I gotta
individual.
if I'm wanting to be a kind gentleman.
If you want to even get that thing in there,
yeah, I gotta weekly, bro.
you got to get a machete.
Like,
and just,
probably,
like
like-
you're in the Amazon
Dude,
jungle, Amazon rainforest.
whoosh, whoosh. Absolutely, bro.
Crikey.
Like you'll get lost in that shit. you
Yeah.
know?
See, I'm not that bad. I sometimes I like it, honestly.
Really?
Yes, I
I'm
didn't,
not about it at all.
didn't used to. But
Mhm.
nowadays I appreciate it more.
Well,
and
I think-
this is my big thing, right? As a very sensory person, I sometimes just don't like the feeling of being completely shorn So I'll trim
See,
it up.
have
I'll,
I ever-
I'll make it look nice. I'll give it. I'll make a landing strip every now and then.
See, I'm about landing strips. I think we've talked about this.
like on yourself.
No. But
Could you imagine if like you're watching like a porn and
the dude just
has a landing strip?
and
You're
it's
like,
just-
what the fuck is the
what the
purpose
fuck?
of that?
That takes me out of it.
I'd be like
I mean,
Intrigued.
I would be intrigued too, but
Yeah.
it would take me out of it, I think.
out of the immersion.
Yeah.
God, this porn's so unrealistic.
Exactly. How could he have a landing
A
strip?
dude with a landing
dude
strip?
with a
How does
landing
it
strip?
even make sense?
They're from Nebraska. That's not likely to happen. You know,
Huh?
it's like a diner in Nebraska or something.
What
You know,
are you saying?
It's like a reality. You know, it's like Reality Bros or whatever. And
oh,
it's like,
and that's where they're at.
and that's like the setting.
oh yeah, dude. No one in
So it's like-
Nebraska has ever shaved their pubes.
Fuck no.
If
In fact, they'd probably get
Nebraskans
disowned by
sound
from their
out.
family.
Nebraskans have corn, like cornfields, right?
I don't fucking.
Is there a
know.
lot of corn in your fields, Nebraskans? We know there is.
I don't know.
And I'm not talking about the ones that we
What I
drive
used to
by.
do. What I used to do.
That landed. So many good jokes this episode. It doesn't matter. Go. Continue. My jokes be hitting. okay?
Always, they always be hitting.
Yeah, for sure.
But I used to use Nair.
Dude, how? That's like
Dude, let me just say, smooth as fuck.
I would rather get like a laser hair removal
Fucking
than Nair.
smooth, bro.
That scares me
I used the
because
like
that shit burns.
if you leave it on too long.
You had it timed out pretty well.
Yeah,
Okay,
I did it pretty regularly,
that's interesting.
and like
Huh.
but Nair, and dude, let me tell you, like fucking smooth and soft and just pleasant. Like one of those things that you're just like, I could just rub this all day. You know, I mean, I can do it anyway.
Just
but,
your pubis mons.
oh yeah, I mean the whole area. Like, cause like
You're
I don't know about you, but like I got hairy balls. You know what I mean? And it's not easy.
Is it like afro balls down there? Is it like that?
It's
hairy?
not too bad.
not
no,
bad?
no, it's not
Okay.
that bad. But like,
How are your balls, Wyatt?
yeah, are your balls hairy, Wyatt?
You keep them smooth.
Keep them smooth with Nair.
Are your balls smooth or are
Yeah,
they
no, but I used to do that
got
sometimes.
bumpy balls?
Like I would like sometimes I would just have like some Nair, and I would just like, and I would dip my balls in it. Like legit, I did that, and I would just like dip my balls in, and
This is how I imagine this scenario playing out, right? You're doing like your daily grooming, right? But like
Yeah.
you have to make it a little bit more of a thing because it takes longer,
yeah,
right? So like it's you and you're in a towel wrapped to like your shoulders, right?
Just
Like
like-
below your armpits. And you have one where
Yeah,
your hair is
uh-huh.
drying as well,
Yeah.
you know, just a nice little like
Yeah.
like a I don't even know, like a towel wrap, I guess. And
Yeah.
you're just like plunk.
yeah, dude. I've done that a few times.
Time for my beauty routine.
Yeah, I did that a few times, and yeah, absolutely.
That's so good. I
It's-
love that so much.
It's fucking hilarious.
That's such. You were literally like teabagging the Nair,
Dude,
like,
legit.
quite literally.
Absolutely legit.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
And it
a
only
lot.
took a couple minutes. Like literally you
Sure.
put Nair on, it's like
That would scare me too much.
it's like it's less than 2 minutes.
yeah, you have to be quick with it.
And
I'd
then
be
you just
scared.
wipe it off. And then all the hair comes off and everything. You use a warm rag.
It's kind of nice.
It's
though.
pretty easy.
Yeah.
And
Smooth-
dude, let me
smooth
tell you,
balls?
like super quick, super easy, smooth. I'm like, I don't know what it was, like, but I got like the gentle Nair or whatever.
You would have to.
Yeah, technically on the bottle it says not to use on your private areas.
Absolutely.
But I did it
Do
anyway.
not use anywhere near your fucking genitals.
Yeah, but I did.
Although I do feel as though it would be worse for a woman.
Oh,
a
100%.
person with a vagina.
I feel like
to
anything
use
that
it.
like you have a crevice that can go like it can go inside of that.
Absolutely not. No
you
Nair
don't.
insertion.
Yeah, you don't want
Scary.
that. Yeah, you don't want that.
I don't like that.
Random weird thing.
Oh yeah.
Kind of tax.
Yeah,
Can you get weirder?
Have you guys ever had a UTI?
Almost definitely.
I feel like I
never gotten tested.
Yeah,
for
I don't
one.
think so. I drink
But-
cranberry juice like every day now.
Most like depends on what cranberry juice you get. I'm not saying
I get
you,
no sugar added. It's
yeah,
all
I know you get the good shit.
natural,
I'm not.
yeah.
I
It's all
know
natural.
you do.
yeah.
But I know that a lot of people who get like ocean spray cranberry juice still very good.
Yeah.
That shit doesn't have enough of the like chemicals that cranberries offer to combat some UTI symptoms,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken. But regardless, I'm
It's
fairly certain I
definitely burnt
have.
when
I've
I peed a
I've
couple times.
probably had multiple, if I'm being honest, because you know, but because you know,
You
but
know.
Almost definitely. I've never been diagnosed with one by like a doctor.
Because I don't think
but-
I've ever had. If I have had one, I've never had one bad enough that I felt like I needed to go to the doctor.
Yeah, I've had
Or
symptoms.
lasted long enough for me to go to the
That's
doctor.
usually the one. I'm like, and I generally know the symptoms of a UTI.
Isn't
know?
it just burning when you pee?
Not necessarily. It's also like having to pee more frequently,
Oh.
stuff like that. You can actually have to pee more frequently without any like pain, and that's still technically a UTI. So there you go.
Maybe I have a UTI because I've
You
peed
could
like
have a constant
7
UTI.
times. I've peed like 7 times
Even
today.
with how hydrated
But-
you are,
and I
that
was
could
gonna
be the
say-
case.
But to be fair, this is like 1.5 gallons that like once I finish this, it'll be 1.5 gallons that I've drank today.
Wow.
Dude, I'm super proud of myself. I don't think I've ever drank a gallon of water in a day in my entire life.
Really?
You need to be very careful, young man.
Why'd you say that so seductively?
Just the way I had my neck.
Yeah,
No,
what?
but serious. Be careful on how much water you drink.
I don't
Why?
think he's going to die of water intoxication, Wyatt. That's very uncommon.
No. But coming from someone who has drinking more water than they should in a day, drinking, it's
You wanna
not
try that again?
enjoyable. It's not.
Why? Give us.
Well,
Tell us the story.
so you can wash your electrolytes out. I'm not going to tell you the whole story, but you can definitely wash your electrolytes out of your body if you keep it up. And then it's
Well,
like
you
a
get all
lot of
shaky
like,
and stuff.
well, a lot of shaky joints, headaches.
You can actually like.
Yeah.
It is overhydration. That is a real thing.
Yeah. I've done it like twice in my life, and it's never
How much did you
enjoyable.
drink?
Somewhere in the
7
ways.
gallons.
No, like 2.5 to 3 gallons a day for
Okay, then
like
I'm
4
fine.
days.
Oh, that's why.
Well, yeah, I'm just
Goddamn.
saying.
How do you drink 3.5, 4 gallons in a day?
This man
It's-
drinking like a fucking
so-
horse.
So it's really easy when you're like
I don't think
out
it is.
in the wilderness. Like
Okay, that's
like
actually
camping
something.
and stuff.
That's actually. I don't think it is easier when you're camping. I feel like it would be harder. But that's one thing that I will say that I do agree with. Since I've been like out mountain biking in the heat and stuff like that, and I've gone like 30 miles, whatever. My need for drinking water whenever I exercise, run, mountain bike, whatever
Goes
it may
up.
be. No,
Goes down.
it's gone down.
That's good.
Yeah,
Uh,
because you really because that's the thing. Back whenever I first started, I used to I was out of shape, but I would literally every like half mile or something, I would just like drink so much water and whatnot, and then I
And
would end up
whatnot.
and then I would end up throwing it up.
Sure. Because
So-
your body just doesn't know how to handle it.
Yeah, exactly. So I got to the point where like every maybe 2 miles, I was taking quick sip and kept going.
Yeah. I mean,
And, like-
electrolytes are just still better for
Well,
you, or
right.
not better for you, but still important. And
The
water
point that
doesn't
I'm
have a
trying
ton of
to
it.
the point that I'm trying to make is
Ton of
that the
them.
fact that like obviously it's good to drink a healthy amount of water, right? A gallon is what it's said, I guess.
Sure.
You really don't need to drink that much water whenever you're like doing a strenuous activity. It really doesn't require that much. 'Cause
You need
so-
electrolytes. You need salt
right
more than anything.
if you're sweating a
Yeah.
lot.
And it depends on your water retention because
Right,
people have
right.
significantly different water retention.
But like,
Like,
some
I think my water retention is like kind of fucking high.
Yeah.
So like I'm hydrated at all times, but I
Yeah.
still drink a lot of water. It just passes
Right.
through me, or at least
Sure.
the shit that I don't need passes.
well, and like it's more so like the point of, and like you're right, absolutely right. But like
I know.
the people who are like they exercise like for maybe 15 minutes and they're like, I need to go drink half a gallon or
No,
I
you
need to
don't.
chug some water. It's like, no,
through. It doesn't really do anything
it
for you.
doesn't. Like take a sip and then get back to it. You know?
We need a liquid IV sponsorship, I think, because
I would be down.
some
with that.
people swear by it because it does have like the electrolytes and shit that
and
your body
saline
needs.
and all that bullshit.
Exactly. Why did you ask us if we'd ever had
Yeah.
a UTI?
Yeah, why?
Oh, because I had one when I was about like 14 or 15.
From
And, like,
fucking-
From what?
From fucking
Oh yeah, definitely. But I was like peeing blood, and there's never
holy
been-
shit.
a worse sensation in my life because like it was like a steady stream, and then all of like when I would finish, it would just be like blood at the end, and then it was just so painful.
How long?
That's
did
a
you-
severe
how,
UTI.
Yeah, how long did
too.
you have the UTI?
I did that for like a whole day, and I'm like, Mom, I'm peeing blood, and she's like, okay, we'll get you a doctor's appointment. And so like I had to
And then
deal
a
with
month
it for
later,
like
we
no
got
like
into the doctor.
3 days, 4 days of it before we got into the doctor, and then it took about another 3 or 4 days of antibiotics before it went away.
Listen, if I was you, and
ER
yeah, absolutely,
immediately.
a fucking
You're
the,
way
the
calmer than
moment,
I am.
Yeah, absolutely.
If I
The
saw
moment
any blood,
coming out of my penis,
if there was blood adjacent to my
emergency
dick,
room.
gone.
Absolutely,
I'm there.
absolutely,
Whatever that fucking copay is, I'm paying it.
absolutely, dude, 100%. Like
You're a braver man than I.
I
Even in
can-
high school, I probably would have handled it worse in high school. Nowadays, I would be like, I don't like this, but in high school, I probably would have panicked.
yeah,
I would have been like, oh
dude,
my
like,
fucking
oh my god, I'm gonna lose my dick.
Probably.
I'm gonna lose my dick. My balls are gonna shrivel and it's gonna come inside me because all the
I'm
that's
gonna wither away.
wither away.
I'm a dickless man at 14.
Yeah,
I would fucking hate that.
that would be awful.
Well, so my parents hadn't had the talk with me at the time yet.
Okay,
And so, well,
blood
I
is coming out of your dick.
I
Yeah,
honestly,
you know that's-
for like,
You
the-
just thought this
the
was
good-
normal? You were
I
like,
thought it
oh,
was part of puberty.
you thought you were
You
getting
thought
your
you were-
period?
Bro, you thought pissing blood was a part of puberty.
I did, and see, my mom didn't think it was that severe. She's like, "Oh, it's a minor, UTI. We'll go to the doctor." The doctor walks in, and she's like, "You've been doing this for how long?" I was like, 3 days, and that's what she told me was, "You should have just gone to the ER."
Yeah,
And my
obviously.
mom's like, "How bad was it?" And she's just like, "There was like, I think she said,
No.
it was like
I don't wanna hear
almost
this.
like a 10% blood to urine."
That's disgusting. Like that's awful. That gives me
it
chills,
was
bro.
it was awful. It was
like that
very
that
painful.
fucks me up. Like just the idea of that fucks me up.
This is okay, Wyatt. This is nothing personal against your family, your beliefs, anything like that. Sexual education is so important.
It's so
I
important.
don't care
I agree with
what
that.
the fuck you believe or if you think your child will remain chaste until the day they fucking die. Just be like, hey, blood coming out your dick.
Not a normal
Not
thing.
normal.
Not a normal thing. That's not a good. Hey, if you're peeing blood, you should probably go to the doctor, and you should probably go to the emergency room. Just go to the
Just little things.
Yeah, that's one of those tidbits.
I think that
Knock
once again, nothing
put that
personal.
under
Wyatt.
life lessons.
Nothing personal at all. This may just be another instance of me being a different kid. If I was peeing blood at any point,
Oh,
I would not be
no,
like,
no,
"Oh,
no,
I'm
no.
going through puberty."
Yeah, no, that's definitely not. Yeah, absolutely not.
And
I
it's
mean,
okay.
I wouldn't have.
You
yeah.
you just put yourself out there, okay? So like I said, this is nothing against you because that's like totally normal. I think that it's actually probably more common for people to think that weird shit like that is normal or part of puberty, part of growing up.
No
If they're uneducated about it.
Okay,
right?
that's
what
fair.
I'm saying.
If they're uneducated about
That's
it.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
But-
what about the pain, man?
Like it's just
what about the pain?
periods, bro. Periods are painful.
That's true, but like,
Just thought it's normal.
ugh.
I am distraught.
yeah, I feel.
I
feel
I
for you
do
on that.
always like knowing
That's a bad
if you're
experience.
comfortable sounding off in comments. Definitely let us know what your weirdest perception of like sex ed was before you had sex ed,
or like something you thought was normal.
Exactly.
That once you like got a little bit older and a little bit more versed in the world,
Yeah.
you're like, oh shit, that was not
because there
normal.
are so many people, even high schoolers, right, that before they get any sort of sexual education, they're like, oh yeah, I totally thought that peeing inside of someone was how you got them
exactly
pregnant,
right. Like that's one.
like
yeah.
just shit like that, right? So
Well, on that note, at this age, I thought your lips making contact with the girl is what got him pregnant.
at what
Well,
age?
Yeah,
14.
14.
At the age of 14, I had never heard the F word.
We have thoroughly. I feel like we've thoroughly corrupted you, Wyatt.
We
Were
didn't-
you
we didn't-
raised in a commune?
Well, I was about to say we didn't have the internet until I was like
That's
16.
Okay, that's fine, honestly. But were you part of a cult? This was not normal, like religious upbringing. This is like, how are you that isolated?
It's called being homeschooled.
I was.
I was. We
homeschooled.
were
But
all.
but
all
were you
three
guys?
of us-
Were you guys? Did you guys do like outside activities?
all
like
three of us?
extracurricular?
All three of us were homeschooled.
Yeah.
I'm just putting that out there. At one point or another, all
We
three
were
of
all
us were homeschooled.
homeschooled.
Even if I was completely isolated, I was the type of kid that was curious about the world,
Right.
right? And I wanted to know more about the way that things worked, not just myself, but just in general. But if I was like, what is a fucking symptom of puberty? I would seek that out.
Right.
Even if I didn't have the internet, I'd be going to the fucking
Well,
library.
see, and that's the thing is like I felt like because I had all that information like given to me. Like I mean, I don't know. I guess I did have sex ed and I learned about it, and because like I knew when
Sure.
puberty came. Because I remember when my voice changed. I remember getting, but I also think I don't know what's the normal age of a boy going through puberty.
Like 12, 13.
12th, yeah.
So what grade would that be? Like middle school, right?
Like 6th, 7th grade.
I'm pretty sure I went through puberty at like 5th grade.
Sure.
Or a little bit before, because like I had a mustache in like 5th grade.
You can start having the wispies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do have a question for both of you guys.
Okay. This is an
Do you-
enlightening fucking episode.
Dude, that's
do you
crazy.
guys know, like, did your parents tell you why you're homeschooled?
I asked
Yeah.
to be.
So did I.
So
We wanted to be. We volunteered for it.
Yeah, well, mine's a little bit deeper than that. Whenever I was younger, I'm pretty sure. So, back when I was like way young, probably like 3rd, 4th grade, something like that.
Sure.
I was on the football team and I caught West Nile, and so
I think I know this story.
and I so
At
I-
least vaguely.
So I was sick for like months. Or well, not months, but I was sick for like a full month, bedridden. Like I could not get out of bed for a month. So then
Yeah.
I went back and
Shit's
whatever
serious.
went through, and then I went through like some middle school, and then because of that, I went to a doctor, and like I guess West Nile, like sometimes it can fuck with like your
Immune system.
immune system, and then I started getting hellacious migraines.
Yep.
Like I was having migraines for weeks on end where I literally slept all day. I couldn't go outside. I couldn't speak. I couldn't-
Sensory issues.
yeah,
Yep.
exactly, because these migraines were so bad, so I wasn't able to go to school. And so since that, like I remember we had several like faculty meetings with like the teachers and the principal there, and I would talk to them and I would tell them like what I was going through and whatnot, and they were kind enough to be like, okay, well, all you have to do is complete your like core, math, English, science, history.
Sure.
And so I did that from home.
So you were a bubble kid.
Yeah,
For
I
a
was
while.
a bubble
Like,
kid.
straight up.
Yeah, so I did those, and I would turn them in, and I would send them in and whatnot. And then after I got through middle school, because I passed, I went into homeschooling through high school.
Fair.
So that's what happened. So I guess it wasn't necessarily that I asked to do it; I was kind of forced to do it.
Yeah. Okay. And mine is simpler than that. My family did not really care for me going to a public middle school because they said high school, pretty fucking normal. You're more adjusted. But middle school is kind of that point where you're at like such an impasse in your life because so much is changing. They heard horror stories from people. So they were already kind of like not really for it. I went to a private school up until 5th grade. And then I was the one that said, I don't really care for it. Like, I wasted a lot of time in elementary school, right? Because
As we all do. I mean,
no, I just finished everything early.
Oh, I see
right?
what you're saying.
Like because we didn't have classes. It was all one teacher, right? In elementary school, I think that's normal.
yeah,
but-
that is.
I finished everything early, regardless of what assignment we were working on, and I don't consider myself particularly book smart anymore. But
I'm definitely
back
not.
then, I definitely was.
Yeah.
Just because that was kind of my source of knowledge back then. And I was always very curious, and I wanted to consume more knowledge. So I was always very ahead, right? And I just said I'd rather go at my own pace. So that was my biggest thing, really. Like, I didn't even care about the social aspect of it because I had so many close friends at that point, and some of them I still talk to today, which I do find very, very cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, but I just said I don't really fuck with it. And pretty much every single year, my family was like, do you want to have, like, a more normal school experience? And I was like, nah. Not really.
Nah, it's not necessary.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's it.
But yeah.
That's my story.
What
Why,
about
why do you ask?
Yeah.
I was just curious, really.
Because,
Why-
did
Did your parents tell you?
Yeah.
Well, yes, and the point was the reason we were homeschooled was they didn't want us exposed to any of that stuff.
Of course.
Period.
Which
Paragraph.
I
In fact, like when they because at our
That's a
church
normal.
they
That's
do
a
thing-
normal response, I think,
Exactly.
for most homeschooled kids.
I think so, and I like. There's a lot of parents because my mom did it. There's a lot of parents who are stepping forward, like I want to do it for my kids the same way, for the same reason.
Yeah.
And but like even at church they do this thing where it's like it's not like sex ed, but it's more or less like, hey, don't let people touch your private parts.
Or you're going to hell.
No, it's
The
more like
molester got you? Hell.
Hell, sorry.
Sorry.
it was
Sorry.
I hate you guys.
Can't do anything about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. That
But
ship
it
has
was-
sailed.
Nothing you can do.
Nothing you can do.
You got diddled. Sorry, kid. Might as well call it a wash here. Better luck next time.
So, you're saying you don't let
Don't get
strangers
diddled.
touch your
Yeah,
don't let strangers touch
so
your
they do
private
that.
parts.
They do that class for all the kids.
Doesn't need to be a class.
You know.
Just
Well,
say.
it was like
Just
the
tell
first
kids.
15
Don't
minutes,
tell kids.
and that was it.
Let him talk. Let him talk.
Just giving you shit. I'm adding. I'm supplementing
You're
the
supplementing.
conversation.
Let him
Supplementing. My parents would always opt out for us to do that. Even
So
even
you didn't
even
know to not get diddled?
Yep.
You didn't. Oh, did you ever get diddled?
No.
That you know of? That could be a repressed memory.
could be.
That's too.
Maybe it
that's
could be.
a
That
bag
would-
of fish that we cannot.
Scoutmaster
I don't
Master
want
cover.
to. Not
Scoutmaster
yet.
George.
That's at least a season 4 or 5.
We
That's
need,
a
and we
season
have to have
4 or
like a
5.
licensed person on set for that. Like we cannot uncover that
Oh,
ourselves.
do we want to uncover some trauma?
I don't
wanna-
have any.
I
I
do.
remember everything.
I have. I mean,
I have
it's-
trauma, but
so
I
have
remember
trauma.
everything.
I remember all my trauma too. There's nothing that I repress.
Yeah, some people do though.
I was just not crazy. That's okay. Your brain needs to survive however it needs to,
Sure.
and it gets through it.
It's
one
a
way or
bad time,
another.
and it's not your fault.
It's not your fault.
Yeah. But Jesus Christ, Wyatt was
Will
just
save
walking
your
around.
soul.
Didn't even know not to get
Didn't know.
diddled.
Didn't know. What if
His
somebody came up
parents
and was
said-
like, "I want to diddle you," and you'd be like, "Oh, what's that? A smoothie?" You know, and you're like,
the diddle smoothie.
"It's a diddle smoothie. Tastes like cock."
Oh God. So Wyatt could. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
Kind of
That's
dark.
this is an enlightening conversation.
Kind of endarkening. Actually.
Yeah,
I
well,
feel
yeah.
heavier than I did at the
Um,
beginning of this episode.
Yeah, a little bit. How are you feeling, Wyatt?
He kind of did this.
He's like,
He did that action.
he's like, well, that shit's out there now.
Nah,
Yeah.
it's chill. It doesn't really bother me.
Uh,
I mean, you know what?
Really, all I can say is, regardless of what your beliefs, I do agree with Cameron in this. Regardless of your beliefs, educate your kids. Education is never a problem.
Education is so important because that is the preventer of most issues. And I'm not
Exactly.
talking about like school education, right? Teach them the
Life.
streets, bro.
Teach them the
You
streets.
got to know the streets.
the streets.
Because
bro.
the
What's the
streets-
street cred at?
The streets taught me more than homeschooling ever did.
All right.
Call it homeschooled? Nah, should have been street school.
Street school.
Nah, man. Whenever someone asked if I went to homeschool or public school, I said, nah, street school.
Street school.
Bam. Straight up.